10. The United States of America USA. While on one hand, a large part of the world's populace will not agree to it, there are millions of others who cannot stop to count on the US amongst the most beautiful countries in the world. Right from climatic variations to the botanical treasure and from an unbelievable variety of animal beings to places of scenic significance, you got a lot to expect when in the US. Destinations you must primarily visit involve the Grand Canyon, the Miami Beach, Alaska frozen lakes and much more that promise you extra. 1. Scotland. Nowhere on earth could you witness such a perfect blend of resting scenarios, natural plush, dinning ampersand whining quality, heartwarming people and of course, safety. And beyond this, it is the history and heritage that are additional feathers in its cap. Any given day, you feel like a dream to have come true. 2. Switzerland. The name says it all, and you don't need to know the Swiss. Gorgeous climate, matchless landscapes, and the very distinct snow-capped mountains are an obvious identity of Switzerland. Switzerland has verdant gardens with fruit-overloaded trees. Visit Switzerland and you'll feel no less joy than visiting most beautiful. 3. South Africa. One destination that dominates all others for its dense forests, skyscraping mountain ranges and oceans is South Africa. In South Africa, you will not run out of options for sightseeing. You can also spend time amid some truly breathtaking surroundings. 4. France. The tally of noted and beautiful places in the world remains incomplete. It doesn't incorporate France. Franco. Every international traveler today dreams of taking up a walking or cycling holiday in France. This is not only because of the country's green opulence but also for specially maintained routes for this purpose. Fashion hub Paris does not need a special recognition, but the place is equally memorable for it. 5. Brazil. Those passionate Brazilian footballers might have long impressed you in the world titles, but there is a lot more to indicate as Brazil's uniqueness, howsoever large the directory of exceptionally beautiful countries in the world. What can be usually termed as common in most of the country may not be too obvious here, at least not when you are at Rio de Janeiro, the fascinating city. So much it is to talk about. Sao Paulo, the notable. 6. China. The historically relished cultures and art forms may vitally attract you towards China, but there is a lot here from a tourist's viewpoint too. One reason to be among beautiful countries in the world is the country's capital, Beijing, already acclaimed for its natural richness. However, there certainly are cities like Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Peking which are just too astounding for traditional inheritance and shopping areas. Without even mentioning about the Chinese dishes, you already know how fond. 7. India. Besides the heavenly and the most picturesque destinations like Kashmir, Goa, Hyderabad, Simla, countless other excuses can be given for visiting India. India must include in the list of most beautiful countries in the world due to its natural diversity and rich culture. Large geography of this religiously affluent country always makes you witness fluctuating climates, which is always a thing to amaze at. However, there is something extremely magical about this land: the people, the multifariousness of costs and languages, and the food delicacies. To feel the dizzy bond that keeps people connected across the nation. 8. Australia. All of us know how Australia is the most talked about destination for tourists, and looked at amongst beautiful countries in the world. Coasts, grasslands, lakes, deserts, foods all make it the perfect package for globetrotters to be here at least once every few years. If Sydney makes a promising spot for its seashores, you cannot think of anything else than Melbourne to shop at or to roam around for sightseeing. Be here anytime, and Australia, with all its inherent enthusiasm. 9. Italy. The country embracing some renowned cities like Venice, Vatican City and Rome, without a doubt, stands to be a preferential destination for travelers. In addition to the natural prosperity it is bestowed with, the nation has a special identity in terms of spirituality. Also, some of the best wardrobe trends are born in Milan, the internationally acclaimed. 10. The United States of America USA. While on one hand, a large part of the world's populace will not agree to it, there are millions of others who cannot stop to count on the US amongst the most beautiful countries in the world. Right from climatic variations to the botanical treasure, and from an unbelievable variety of animal beings to places of scenic significance, you got a lot to expect when in the US. Destinations you must primarily visit involve the Grand Canyon, the Miami Beach, Alaska frozen lakes, and much more that promise you extra.